From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. His first carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Hines. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So much to discuss with the Chiefs and Bills getting together here. The top 2 scoring teams in the AFC last year. Buffalo won their regular season meeting in 2021. That was 38-20 in Week 5. But as we all know, the Chiefs got them back in the playoffs. One of the best games in recent memory. 42-36 in overtime. And a game that many thought helped spawn the new overtime rules for 2022. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From midfield, here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Allen off the play fake. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Draw play. This is Hines. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Hines, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Now it's Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
We're scoreless after 1. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. A gain there of 21 yards. They run with Hines. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Chiefs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To the air, Allen. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last two plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Got him, man. That's Trent Sherfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you...
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Here's Bass now to send it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from capturing the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Left side, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball. Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on third. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, a 22. With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Good catch there by Dawson Knox, and everything just clicked for him in his 3rd season in the league in 2021. 9 touchdown catches, tied for the league lead among tight ends. And that is caught. It's Davis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run with Cook. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd-quarter lead. And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And that is caught for the 2 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes going to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. And this returnable for Hines. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw over the middle taken in. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Here's Richie James on the return. Up to midfield. Richie James. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow him down.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chris Jones getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Hines will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. One final try from Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Buffalo, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to